Hey guys, welcome back to Bariatric Confessions podcast with your girl, Zipporah. So today, I want to talk about what I did today, basically, okay? So today, I had my very first interview in like 5 or 6 years, in-person interview, um, with a company that seems really, really interesting. They care about their employees, and they show it, and it's around their office. The office was really nice, and it's for a social media manager, which is what I do. So, a little bit of background on me. I decided to become a social media manager full time shortly after I had my daughter, about 4.5 years ago. Previously, I was working in banking, compliance. I hated it, but I made really good money, but I hated it. So anyway, after I had my last daughter, I was like, okay, well, working with 3 kids just didn't seem possible for me. It honestly stressed me out, and me and my husband made a decision to give our business like a real good shot. So anyway, fast forward to today. Today was the first time I ever had an interview in my new skinny-ish body. I felt amazing. Like, seriously amazing. And my outfit was like hitting it. Like, I just felt awesome. My hair, my look, all I kept telling myself was, just be you. Just be yourself. And at first, I was struggling with clothes because, I lost all that weight and I ain't got a lot of clothes just hanging around. But so I went through my closet, I went through some stuff that people gave me, and I could not find anything that made me feel good. Like you feel good when you get dressed. You should, right? So, anyway, my interview was at 11 a.m. Ross, which is like not even a half a mile away from me, opened at 9. And I said, whew, thank you, Jesus. So at 9 o'clock, I hopped in a car and I ran to Ross and found this little cute outfit. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see my outfit. It's a mustard color sweater and some, I don't know what these pants are called, argyle or something, you see? And they have like the mustard color lines in them. They're really cute. I actually got compliments on my outfit from strangers. So anyway, so I felt really good. After I got dressed, I put on my jewelry and everything, and I felt amazing. And oh, and I wore heels. Like these shoes that I have. I wore. I used to wear them a lot. No, actually, I didn't wear them a lot. That's why they look new. I don't even remember. They got to be almost 10 years old. But I stopped wearing them because walking in the hills at 300 something pounds, over 350 pounds, it wasn't easy. It wasn't pleasant. And I didn't like my butt when it moved. It would be like like a seesaw. Like ooh, and I didn't like it. It just wasn't comfortable. And they're not even high heels. They're wedges. They're like little booty wedges. So anyway, that's what I had on, and I look cute. If you are on TikTok, I'm sure you'll see this outfit because I plan on posting a picture because I felt like that good today. So anyway, I went to the interview, and I felt like it was a really good conversation between me and the hiring manager. Um, and then afterwards, I felt frustrated. I felt so frustrated and defeated. And I'm like driving and I'm texting. I wasn't driving and texting, but before I started driving, I texted my husband. And I started driving and I'm like, man, I just don't feel like I just didn't feel good about the interview. Even though I felt the conversation was good, I just didn't feel good about the total interview. And as I'm driving and I started thinking and processing and I realized I didn't feel good about the interview because like I felt like I didn't deserve it or like I don't deserve it or like I feel intimidated or unworthy. That's how I feel. So here I am, all like dolled up, got my little makeup on, got my eyebrows on, because I ain't got no eyebrows, so I have to fill them in. Um, and I walked out the house and drove to the interview feeling confident within me. And I guess maybe that was more on the outside, but no, I felt good on the inside. But it was something that happened between like after the interview and during the interview and after the interview that just made me feel like that I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not like worthy to have um, this job. I don't know if I got the job yet. I didn't give that vibe off in the interview because social media is a really like I love social media. I do. For businesses to help businesses grow. I think it's like amazing what it can do. How it can take your business anywhere in the world. And I think not using it for your business is like a disservice. So like I'm confident when I talk about social media. But just me personally, even though like I lost all this weight, like after the interview, I felt like I did before I lost all the weight. I still felt like I don't deserve it. And I don't know exactly why. Like I wasn't smart enough. Like I wasn't, like you're critiquing yourself in your head. So I ain't even gonna tell y'all. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but I was like, I'm going to Auntie Anne's and getting me a pretzel. And at first, I thought it at first. I ended up going to Burlington Coat Factory or Burlington, whatever they call themselves. I went there first and I started walking around. I only bought something for my son, and I tried to, like not eat my feelings, but it wasn't going away. It was like stuck in my head. So I ended up going to Aunt Annie's and I got me a pepperoni pretzel. I got me a pepperoni pretzel and the original bites or nuggets, but I didn't eat those clearly because I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'll give that to my husband. But I got me a pepperoni pretzel and I ate it. And did it make me feel better? Yes. But like I was trying not to eat my feelings, but I mean I'm a work in progress. But that did help me like calm down. I mean I'm not perfect. I was like, oh, maybe I should just go home and go for a walk, or because I was preparing for my interview, I didn't do my 10-minute walk at 6 a.m. So like I just could. It was too much to fit in one day trying to get the kids to, or in one short amount of time, get the kids ready for school and stuff. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna let it go for right now. And I was like, I can walk anytime today. But so I tried to process it and like that, like oh, go for a walk when you go home, or go ride your bike, or I like tried to like get myself to do something else besides think of the getting Aunt Annie's pretzels. But like the funny thing is though, when I felt really good this morning before I left, I was like, I'm going to go to the mall and get me Aunt Annie's pretzels. But it was because I felt good. So that was already, and I'm by myself, like, the kids are in school. So it's just like, oh, like I said before, like when I'm by myself, I want to reward myself with food. But anyway, the reason why I bring this up is because like I just want to show like how like even though I am 14 months, July, August, September, October. Oh, I'm almost 15 months. I'm like a week away from being 15 months post-op. And that's not a long time. Like you think of it in the sense of a baby, like a 15-month-old baby. What do they know? Like they're growing, they're learning. Some of them are just started walking. Some of them are, talking, like just starting out. Like some of them are pros at it sometimes at 15 months. But either way, walking or crawling or whatever it is still they're really new. And that's how I think of it, when it comes to this journey, is that like this is still a really new journey. So, if I felt like I needed to eat my feelings, and sometimes you're going to give in to the temptations or the guilt, or not the guilt, but the temptation. And if you do, just own it. I own it. I ate that whole pretzel. Yes. That over time I ate that entire pretzel. Okay? Like, and I own it. And, whatever, I'll pay for it. I don't know, on a scale maybe, or I just go for a walk later. But either way, I, own it, like in the sense of like, okay, I'm eating this because I feel this way. And, as long, I guess as long as I don't do it like every day, like, oh God, I'm sad, so let me eat this. And, then I'm like an emotional eater, like forever. But that's not what I'm trying to do or trying to be. I am trying to establish good habits, but I don't know. Just after the interview, it was like really rough on me. It was really rough, and like I said, like I'm flying solo for most of the day to day, so um, I just needed an outlet. So, but I'm definitely going to work on like um, fixing my mind to celebrate um, in a different way, not with food. So instead of like today, because I felt really good, and I'm like, oh, all the kids are in school because they were off on Monday. They had a half day on Thursday, so I'm like, okay, this is a lot. They just started school, but they keep getting out of school. So, and I'm like, man, I only really had like 2 or 3 days in the last 2 weeks where I'm just flying solo. So like, I'm gonna have to reward myself with like something else besides, thinking of food. But I mean, I just bring this up because I don't know if you guys ever felt like that. Like you had a hard day or a rough day or a moment, because sometimes it's not a whole day, it's just a moment. And every once in a while you give into that temptation that's nagging in your head. Um, and I don't know if it's okay or not, but it made me feel better. Okay. I'm not even gonna lie. It made me feel better. Probably because that is my comfort zone. That's my standard of comfort. And it's been my standard of comfort for, I'm 43. I had the surgery last year for at least 42 years. Okay. 41, 42 years. So, it's a work trying to, undo all this stuff, all this all these mental battles with food. And so even if you had a day like that, or you had a moment where you ate something that you feel like you shouldn't, you feel, not that anybody else should like have that control, you feel like you shouldn't eat, then own the moment. That's what I say. Own the moment, and then recover. But like you have to know why you're doing it. I know why. I knew why I was doing it. I knew why I was doing it, because at 225 pounds, at the end of the interview, I still felt like I was over 370 pounds, even though the lady who um, interviewed me, like we probably are the same. Like, I think we are even the same height, probably the same weight. Like, but like I didn't feel unaccepted or anything, or nobody made me feel um, weird. No one at all. The guy who let me in was very welcoming, and the interview lady was very welcoming, very pleasant. It was a good conversation. So it has nothing to do with outside people. It's everything inside me. And I just felt like, I still felt so defeated, like I was 371 pounds and still, when I was 371 pounds and unsure of myself. I still feel like this now at 225 pounds. So yeah, the weight came off, or the weight is coming off, but this up here, my mind, it still needs work. It still needs work. So own the moment.